Good evening. Today I'm gonna show you how to prune tomato. But before I start, I must give advantage of pruning processed tomato. Three major things we expect to when we prune tomato. Okay, it helps to eliminate early diseases that has infected the leaves that are touching the soil. And also, it converted more energy, nutrients to the tree tomato. What I mean by tree tomato is the one along these branches. Okay, follow my hand here. I don't know if you see my hand. Let me move this importer to the plant. Okay, along this area. But if you leave out some of these shoots that are coming out here, what it will do is that they spend more energy, okay, towards the further part in leaves and other things than producing tomato. At the end, the fruit from tomato will get larger. So what the pluming I'm doing now is to prepare my tomato for a better yield. So when I'm titled this, it's gonna help people, my viewers, to understand more. Okay, but this is what I'm gonna do. I'll make sure that a cutter I'm using. Okay, this is the cutter I'm using to plumb it. Is sterilized. Okay, so that I don't transfer um, any disease from one plant to another. Okay, so I want you to watch me very close, see if you can see me. What I will do by removing some of the shoots that are already started coming and leave the the major shoot, the bigger one. So this is what I'm removing here. Okay, and I do it the rest of my raised bed here. When I'm doing it, I'll continue to move um, my hand around and then see if my camera will capture more of what I'm doing by the the adjusting the height. Okay, so I want you to follow me. So I continue doing the same thing. Like here, I have so many branches, so I'll prune them to one major strong stem and then leave it like that, so that when the tomato continue to grow, they will convert. This thing will prevent um, attraction of disease to the plant. Like this one, I'll remove it, okay, and give the plant more opportunity to do well, okay. And then at the end, I'm expecting, just like every other plant you prune, I'm expecting to see a good yield at the end, and my tomato will be larger in size, the fruit of tomato. And then another thing I'm expect to get from this type of techniques is to be able to realize that it will help my tomato to ripe earlier than the usual time. And then at the same time, you will create the air spaces between the plants. Look at what I have done here. So the air will continue to circulate within this plant instead of blocking the air. Okay, so there's a lot of advantages of pluming a tomato, And once I clear, and that will keep the relationship between the soil and the gap between the soil and the seedling or plant more clean. So let's continue doing that, okay, until we got we finish um, uh, this raised bed, okay, until I finish the length of this raised bed. So what I'm doing is not um, unusual to some people. Then, because some people may ask question, why pluming tomato? I thought tomato is a vine. Yeah, look at it. A lot of time, pluming has been so traditional to tree plants. Okay, but a lot of time we tend to get more yield because we pluming, preparing the plant to do better. So some of the new research say, why can't we do it in the vegetables, like tomato plant, and get the same result? Okay, especially when we get a larger yield, people tend to buy something because we always say that the eyes eat before the mouth. Okay, and I strongly agree with that. This is one of the old says. Our grandmother and my granddaddy always let us to understand. So we continue doing the same thing, creating. Remember the reason why all this thing, I'm doing all this thing to create more airspace, to air to circulate, to give provide tomato opportunity to give me a very large yield, okay, at the end. And then all this we create benefit to the grower. So we continue changing the way we do things, old way of doing things, and embrace the new way of doing things. Okay? As long as what technology is all about, okay, we continue making a little change. Okay, once we do a little change and we see a huge benefit, I will tell you to try it. It doesn't hurt anything as long as it doesn't cost you a lot more to do. Okay, and such a change will not even add additional cost to your production techniques. Okay, but all it does is to improve uh, um, productivity of the plant and give the plant more opportunity to do well. So this new techniques is trying to present to us. What is it again? We're trying to plant, do the same thing we do in a tree plants, okay, like plum, like cherry, and other than okay, every certain uh, other some part of the year we plume the plant, okay, but usually we don't do it in vegetables like tomato like this. But we're beginning to see a lot of people who try it, okay, it doesn't hurt anything. Instead, they see a positive um, reaction to this type of new development. Okay, so these are the things we are continue to do every year. We try a new things and then see economic and then phenology uh, effect on the plant. As long as, like I said before, as long as they are improving the way we do business, okay, do it. It doesn't hurt anything. Okay, so this is what the video is all about. Okay, so when you watch this video, trying to ask yourself question, why are we coming up with all this new development? Does it add value to what we're doing? If it does, it worth trying. Okay? Let's not say sometimes people, we human, we're trying to get our money worth in every investment we are doing. And then that's if we are thinking in that fashion, then we must also be prepared to help our food do something about increase in our food sustainability, okay? Because that's what keeps us alive. And then I don't know somebody who would choose will find opportunity to improve how he does business, okay, for a better profit, and will not do that. These are the same application we are trying to do here. And we, yes, I have, if you watch my previous videos, I've told you about my experiences in agricultural research. Yes, I spent a lot of years in the research and institution, okay, as a scientist. And then these are some of the things we are doing. We try different techniques of doing things, and we find out it's helpful. Okay, it helps to improve productivity. It helps to improve the way we do business. It helps to improve the growth process of the plant. Okay, so you would keep on trying, doing research of many types, and then so that we continue gaining instead of losing what we are doing. So these are the what I'm trying to present here. Okay, I think I have explained myself very well why I'm pluming the plant. Okay, I'm doing it again to look at several factors that will help me improve the uh, the way my tomato grows. Okay, one of this thing is doing is that when the plant is infected with disease, okay, they have only few leaves to attack, and that eliminates chances of infection. Okay, we know already that tomato is very, sometimes people say it's very hard to grow because they are vulnerable. They attract a lot of diseases. They attract a lot of pests. Okay, and because it's a vine sitting in the ground, these pests like ants and aphid and all those things, they're quick to climb up and they multiply. Okay, spider mite is one of things we don't want in tomato because they they spread so fast. Okay, so anything we can do to clean our growing environment clean so that the plant can thrive, that is very great. Okay, so these are one of the reasons I'm here trying to prune some this tomato plant, okay, to avoid those diseases and then to give the plant opportunity to concentrate the energy and in production of a better fruit. Okay, so we'll continue the process, and then I know uh, this type of thing will provide a short video, but the most important thing is that what I'm doing, how effective it is. Before I was interrupted by my wife, just jump into, I'm sorry about the interruption. That's what family is all about. And then let's continue. So what I was saying earlier, before the interruption come, I was only talking about what I'm doing today, blooming the tomato, okay, creating a better opportunity for tomato to do very well, to provide me a large fruit, to also keep the air circulation going thoroughly within the environment the plant is growing. Okay, all these things are advantages that follow the plant. Okay, for my tomato plants to do well and give me a better yield, and also do well as individual plant, and cut out expected disease that could have infected them environment. So these are the things I'm trying to show. Okay, so though that I'm gonna stop here because sun is getting down for today. By tomorrow, I would like to continue. So like my video and then subscribe my video and then give me a thumbs up for job well done. But if you have any comment, feel free, okay, to give me a comment because we are all learning together. So what I will do now is to move my camera around so that you can see how clean the work I have done is. Okay, so look at it. So look at how clean they are, and then that will eliminate what I'm expecting them to do. Remember, my goal here is three things, major things, to eliminate certain diseases that could have infected my tomato when they are crowded, and also create a circulation within individual tomato. And at the end, I'm expecting to get a better yield, especially large fruit of tomato, which I will share with you at the end. Thank you very much. Subscribe my video, like it, and give me a comment. Good night, and bye-bye.